There are some perfumes that I've been eyeing and they're definitely going on my full bottle wish list. And then there's some other fragrances that I wanted, but I'm not so sure about them anymore. So we're going to be having a little bit of a perfume chit chat today. Hello, my name is Anya. I love fragrances and I talk about them on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, along with a ton of bonus content in between. So I like to talk about everything from like really affordable fragrances, designers, and niche. So it's a fun time here. So if you're interested, definitely check out more of my channel and consider subscribing. So there's some fragrances that have come on the market recently, and I talk about a lot of new fragrances. So I tend to be very discerning about what perfumes I'm actually considering buying for myself. And so I have those to share with you here today. And I also have some like travel sizes and decants that I've been trying that I've just been super fascinated about. So let's start off talking about Orebella. This is a new fragrance brand by Bella Hadid. I talked about them in my perfume news video a few weeks ago. If you don't know, I do like every single Monday I talk about new perfume releases on this channel. So I talked about them there. And honestly, they really stuck with me. Something about this brand is just really beautiful, like, and really appealing. It's not like your typical celebrity fragrance brand that seems like a cash grab. So they have Blooming Fire, Salted Muse, and Windows to Soul. Blooming Fire is like an ambery kind of vanilla type fragrance. Blooming Fire is supposed to be like a jasmine, patchouli, cedar fragrance that's a bit like darker and, I mean, ambery, even though I don't think that's in the notes. I haven't smelled these fragrances. I'm just like giving you my high level like overview. And then the one that seems to be very kind of the one that like people seem to really be drawn to is Salted Muse, which is interesting because everyone who tries it says that's the fragrance that they expect to like the least, or not everyone, but a lot of people have said that. So I'm really intrigued by this one. It's supposed to be a salty lavender pink pepper fig scent with sandalwood. And then the Windows to Soul fragrance is supposed to be an aromatic rose fragrance. I was going to go into Ulta today and purchase like the travel sizes of all of these and just try them out, but they're out of stock, so I'm probably gonna have to order online, and I'm probably late to the game. But genuinely, like, I want to try these out, not even for review purposes, just because they seem really interesting. They're oils, so but they're sprays, so I do like that. I appreciate that. I like spraying my fragrances. I don't know if I talk about that because, like, yes, I have some oils in my collection. But the fragrances that I tend to go for are the spray versions. The other scent that I have a travel size of that I have been just fascinated by is from the maker. This is called Paradiso. I have had a few samples of this. I've gone through them and I have a few thoughts about this one. So basically this is a tropical fragrance, but don't let that fool you. This is not your typical tropical perfume. This is a blood orange and mangosteen perfume in the opening, and then it has a lot of like kind of like a very strong base of patchouli, cedar, and oak moss. So this lasts like a very long time. But because it has that blood orange, it's very refreshing. It's like a gourmand scent for gourmand lovers that want something a little bit different. The blood orange here is so photorealistic. It's fascinating. And a little bit goes a long way. This fragrance lasts like a long time. But the bottle itself is like just under $200, I think. And it's kind of like, it's in terms of price per ml, it's a little bit expensive. And I've mentioned this before, but the thing that's kind of putting me off is the fact that the bottle has like a plasticky lid. I don't know. I love the maker. I love the aesthetic behind the brand, but I don't know. I kind of want something like, for that price. I kind of want something that's like a little bit more substantial. I don't know. Maybe I'm being picky. Do you think I'm being picky? Let me know. I mean, that's just my opinion. That's why I haven't like bit the bullet. But I think as soon as I use up this travel size, I usually don't pay $40, $40+ for a travel size. So if I paid this much for a travel size, you know I like the perfume. You know. I'm going to use this up. I know it. And when I use this up, I'm going to have to buy the actual like full bottle fragrance because this is beautiful. And then the other perfume I want to mention, I may actually have a few that I know. I have one that I no longer want, and then I have one that I very much want. So the one I very much want is by Profumo di Firenze. This is their new one. This is Latte e Mandorla, and This is a very unusual fragrance. It heavily features the patchouli note, by the way. So, okay, let me backtrack. You have top notes of almond and milk, and then a mid of anise and rose, and then a base of patchouli and musk. So, the notes aside, this comes off as like a very like refreshing cold milk perfume with a bit of like a soft spiciness to it and that rose. It's like a very fascinating scent, and the way it's executed makes it almost refreshing. I have a travel spray of it. I just don't know where it went. I was looking for it for this video. I was gonna film with it and I don't know where it went. And I'm kind of uncomfortable because I think that since if I lost the travel spray, I feel pressure now to buy the full bottle. And the full bottle is actually not that expensive. I was just procrastinating on buying the full size bottle. I'm probably gonna buy the full size bottle because it's about 100 plus, or just a little bit over $100. Not bad at all. I have Buon Talenti by the brand. I love it. But this one I think I actually might like a little bit more because I've tried it a few times and I'm just very fascinated about it. This is very similar, or not similar, but it's in the same family as a very famous perfume that's been on my wish list for a bit. If you've been on this channel for quite some time, then you might remember me talking about Piano Santal by L'Orchestre Parfum. That has been on my wish list for a while. This is a woody lactonic fragrance with notes of skin, cumin, and broxen. This is supposed to be like a Your Skin But Better fragrance, but there's something about the scent that's very comforting. I feel like the I feel like Latte e Mandorla is similar to it, but it's more lactonic and it's a little bit more gourmand and slightly spicy. So I'm kind of leaning less towards getting Piano Santal and more towards getting Latte e Mandorla. And I also do have, what's it called? I'll flash the name on the screen or I'll like insert it in post edit or something. But there's a scent from Une Nuit Nomade that is a sandalwood scent that I think kind of like scratches that sandalwood itch that Piano Santal was going to fulfill for me. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes we change our minds when it comes to fragrances, and I think in this case, I'm kind of leaning away from getting Piano Santal and more towards getting Latte and Mandorla. So that's pretty much it for this video. My camera battery is about to die, but I hope you enjoyed this chit-chatty check-in. But let me know, what have you been drawn towards? What have you been drawn away from? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you next time.